Well, for starters, I want to say condolences to Floyd, family and friends, on his death. And I mean, I usually don't watch those like videos when that shit come up because it's just like it's too much. But I sat there and watched that whole fucking 10 minutes of this police officer with his knee on this man's neck, and he died. And I want to say first off that I think D.L. Hughley is a motherfucking bozo, and he a clown nigga, and he ain't funny. But this dude, like, you know, anytime when it comes to anything happening with black folks and their rights and them being mistreated, he's all over that. And in the beginning, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's, you know, I get it. Okay, you're advocating this and that. I respect that. And he kind of knows what he's talking about. But it's like he does it, like any chance, anything, he promotes the shit or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? But then you go around and you tell, and not that I, you know, voting when it comes to the presidency, I think is all a bunch of bullshit. But when Puff Daddy tells African Americans and African American people in general, well, fuck your skin color, we go by what celebrities tell us to do. We don't listen and think for our motherfuckers at all. But if somebody in a celebrity world, an athlete say do something, we roll with these motherfuckers. Why in the fuck would you be listening to an athlete or a fucking celebrity about some shit? But anyways, because we fickle and we dumb to the motherfucker, but whatever. But you said that you think that was bullshit what Diddy said. And what I would ask you then, motherfucker, and what? From Obama to any other president that we never had, who has addressed police brutality? None of them. How many of you advocates and standing up for black African American people, how many of you all ever went to the president and said, before you do anything, can we please do something about police brutality and y'all start holding these fucking police officers accountable for their motherfucking actions? Why do you think they have never addressed it? I want to ask that question. Obama and all, why hasn't that ever been addressed? Because it keeps happening. So those police officers need to be not only fired, but they need to go to jail. And they need to go to jail because that was an African American dude, police officer, not doing that to a person, a Caucasian person. Oh, you going to jail like a motherfucker, and you probably get life or death. And that's what needs to happen. These police officers. That's the only way they're gonna stop doing what they're doing. They know for a fact, well, I might get fired, but I'm not gonna go to jail. Say we keep doing it. So we want to hold them accountable, and we should. But here's what I also want to say, and this ain't no disrespect at all, but this is just me being real from a person who had to hold himself accountable for his actions and realized that, you know, I played a role in me getting shot and having a spinal cord injury. That was the only way that I was able to get past the whole depression part of it. That instead of blaming the person that shot me, I was out here doing shit. And my consequences to my actions were extreme. Most people will say that I talk to and that know me and people have met me. But had not had put myself in that situation, it would have never happened. So if African American men, as men, we know that the police are out here killing us for nothing. Sometimes. For nothing. Why would you put yourself in the midst to even have a fucking encounter with these motherfuckers for any situation? Regardless if you got a gun or not, whatever happened, there was some shit that happened before that fucking 10 minutes that we saw that police officer with his knee on that motherfucking neck and killed him. There was some shit happened before that. The police just didn't show up on that scene for a reason. Apparently somebody called the police. And I know police will kill you if you're not resisting arrest. But, motherfucker, your chances are better. So, when it comes to voting, instead of just running out here voting if you really think your vote matters, and this ain't just for African Americans, y'all can do all these fucking hashtags, free peace for this dude, and we won't justify all that shit. It ain't changed the motherfucking thing, and it ain't gonna change shit. So if your votes really motherfucking matter as a collective, I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. How about we just hold our vote until at least whoever running for president, whether it's Trump or Biden, that you all gonna make a law to do something about this shit. Anytime a police officer kills an unarmed person, period, they need to go to jail. Because if you got a fucking gun and this person has nothing, and you shoot them and kill them, and you got mace and you got stun guns, especially if it's 2 or 3 of y'all, and y'all shoot and kill somebody, y'all need to go to jail because anybody else will go to jail. And I'm sorry for any motherfuckers that think because a motherfucker got a title and a uniform makes them better than somebody. You out your motherfucking mind. Motherfucker Obama ain't better than me. What, because he got a title and he a fucking president? My life is just as important to my family and my friends as Obama is to his family or a motherfucking athlete or any of that bullshit. So, I mean, we also got to, hold ourselves accountable. And to all the gang members and rappers and shit out here, man, listen. We'll fight and fuss with each other. If a motherfucker look at your mama wrong or step on your motherfucking toe, you go shoot up the whole motherfucking block. But let some shit like this happen, you won't do nothing. You know why? Because you talk all that gangster shit and what you'll do to a motherfucker on songs and to each other. But we'll do that to each other, but you won't do shit. And you'll go to jail for the rest of your motherfucking life for killing a motherfucker that look just like you for shorting you $10. Here's motherfuckers out here who are doing some shit that's racist and killing people that look just like you. And you don't do shit. And that's cool. Now, I'm not advocating to go out here and kill police officers. I'm not advocating none of that shit out. But if you standing right there and you seeing some shit like this go down and the other police ain't doing so shit, you won't risk your life to the motherfucker, even if you got to shoot a motherfucker and blow his brains out on camera. Just let these motherfuckers get some understanding. Motherfucker, we not finna keep doing this. And we not finna keep going through this. I'm like, again, I'm not advocating that motherfuckers do this. First off, don't put yourself in a situation where this shit could happen. Secondly, police officers, come on, y'all need to do a better job of hiring police officers. Like, again, y'all need to start holding these motherfuckers accountable. Whatever this fucking blue shield they got up, or shit that they got, that they holding to as a gang. The motherfucking police officers act like gang members. Then you motherfucking rappers running around here rapping about on these songs about what you'll do to the police and this and that. You think the police don't hear that shit? So when they roll up on you motherfuckers and they like with aggression, they doing all that shit, they want you to show them the same motherfucking energy you saying on them pussy ass songs that you talking about. Like, and I'm gonna say this. Rick Ross had a line on one of his songs talking about I'm looking like Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman don't want it. Yes, he want it. He been wanting it ever since he killed Trayvon Martin. And your pussy ass ain't did shit about it. He been walking around the streets the whole time while you making this a hot line in the song, and y'all use all these fucking tragedies that happen to make music and make it a hot line. You ain't gonna do shit because you ain't done shit. You just stole a motherfucker's name who was out here really selling drugs and you using that shit and you talking about all this gangster shit on your motherfucking song. And this just ain't for Rick Ross, but I just always, when I first heard that line, I like Rick Ross as a rapper. But when I first heard that shit bothered me, it's been bothering me the whole time. Every time I hear that shit, I'm looking like Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman don't want it. Yes, he do. He want it. And you ain't did shit about shut the fuck up, please. But again, as a collective, let's see if your vote really motherfucking matters. So here's what we do. As a whole, if we think that this shit is out of order and is wrong, we watch that whole thing. Like I said, regardless of what happened, that the police was called, even though something happened, the response and what happened after that shouldn't have happened regardless. So let's see how our votes really work. If you motherfuckers, if Caucasian people, whatever, y'all really don't understand, y'all really think this is wrong and y'all want justice, whoever the fuck we running for president, let's make it mandatory that whoever's in office set up some new rules and guidelines to stop this shit from happening. But what I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna do none of that shit. So now what is it for us to do as citizens? Because sooner or later, this shit gonna boil over. Then you'll have people sitting back in the house, they shouldn't be shooting that cop, that disrespectful. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what your title is or what kind of fucking uniform you got on. If you out here wilding, motherfuckers, consequences and repercussions to your motherfucking actions. Y'all don't give a fuck about Bloods and Crips. Y'all talk all that shit about when motherfuckers in their uniforms killing each other. This shit is uncalled for. And you wonder why people don't respect police officers? And you wonder why the people in the African American community respond the way we do? But we also got to take accountability that in our community, look how we treat each other. So if a motherfucker see us, I don't give a fuck, y'all talk all that shit you want to. If a motherfucker see us treating each other like shit, what you make them think? What do you think they think? They don't give a fuck about each other. And it's not all police officers, but some people think, why should I give a fuck about these motherfuckers either? They already got a pre-existing condition because they've been taught since they was kids that people that look different than them is lower on the food chain and this and that, and you get the motherfucking media pumping all this bullshit about how African Americans is, and they don't just say they lump it up, and then they motherfuckers think everybody in the African American community, just because the way you may be dressed and this and that, everybody acts like that. So there's accountability on both sides, but we need for our government to do something about this. I don't know what kind of fucking rules and regulations and what kind of fucking contract these motherfuckers sign when they sign up to be police officers. But the FBI, whatever, this just can't continue to go on. Yes, this is what, because if it is, then you should ask yourself as a Caucasian person, Latino, whatever the fuck, what's the agenda behind this? Why aren't y'all doing anything? Only makes sense. But but listen, don't let the media, D.L. Hughley, CNN, because they don't give a fuck. Don't let these people gas y'all up and just use this as motherfucking new content for them to get on and soapbox and this and that. We need to first start holding ourselves accountable for our actions. And some of the images and shit that we put out here into the motherfucking world to make people think a certain thing about us. But these officers also, there needs to be new guidelines for motherfuckers being police officers and the way they act and the way they treat motherfuckers. But we also got to learn how to treat our motherfucking self and stop being out here putting this fucking persona out here like we big Billy badasses and we only big Billy badasses with each other. Like when motherfuckers protest and tear up shit. You tear up shit in your own neighborhood. Why don't you go out to the Caucasian suburban areas and tear up their shit? Why don't you do that? You know why? Because we think the same thing about ourselves. Not all of us, majority of us, that racist Caucasian people think about us. You got to figure this shit out. But voting for Biden, motherfucker, that motherfucker said a lot of evil shit about African American people. But yet he was vice president to an African American man that knew he said all this shit. And none of this shit was brought up then. So now it's being brought up. So what's going to happen is that why would you, Bernie Sanders was doing just fine, but then you want Biden to come and be your president, the Democratic Party, and y'all got all this dirt on him that y'all had when he was vice president? So it's the same thing when it was Trump versus Hillary Clinton. It's the worst of the two evil, motherfucker. I'm not voting for neither one of these motherfuckers. I'm not standing beside, I'm not pledging allegiance to some shit I don't agree with. I don't have friends that do shit that I don't like, and I still hang out with these motherfuckers. So you got to ask yourself about this whole voting process and what the fuck is going on. Like, what's the agenda? What's really going on? Do your vote really fucking matter?